Hi everyone, it's Missy here. How's it going? I just wanted to make a video today, another day of welcome to life here on Planet Missy and John. And I wanted to show you guys an update on the hydro because I made a video about 12 days ago and I came here earlier to take a look at them, and at first I wasn't terribly impressed because a lot of what I'm seeing was nothing because of the way the system is set up. But I may have to change that position because actually I'm seeing a little bit more from what, the nice thing about hydro is that, when you're using hydropods to grow things, is they take off pretty fast because they're in more of a temperature controlled area. You also can control the moisture that gets to the seeds. You also don't have to worry about other factors that might impact your ability to grow. So it's a great way if you want to try growing something off season. If you want to try to grow tomatoes in the summertime, this would be an excellent time to do so. If you want to start on pumpkins during the summertime, it's a good time to do so. But mainly, the reason you want it, for those of you who aren't familiar, tomatoes do not undergo photosynthesis after a certain heat, once the temperature reaches an overall certain heat. So, I mean, I live in Florida, so it's a no-brainer that we usually, like right now, I have a beautiful set of tomato plants, cherry tomatoes that are an aroma that's not doing as much as I'd like, but I think that's because of other things. But, tomatoes grow great up until like Memorial Day weekend. And then after that, they taper off now, and because they die. I mean, if you've got, it's my experience, which is not everybody's experience, but it's my experience. If you live in Central Florida, anywhere south of St. Augustine, and you still have tomato plants and you still have tomato plants by 4th of July, you're doing really good. I tried this year, watering and what have you. I mean, I actually bought one of those cover cloths to try and, with the hottest. I mean, obviously if I keep it on there all day, the plants will die. But, for right now, just put it out there and put some water on it to try to shield at least a little bit of the heat off of them. That maybe if I still have a plant on July 4th, we're doing a video and we are celebrating not just the birthday of America, but we're also celebrating the fact that one of my plants actually made it past the July 4th threshold. So it's all good. So let's see here. Here is the hydro. Hope y'all can see that. These little things on top here, I mean, they're like little plastic cups, and you put them on the actual pods of a hydro because that, the glare, it just shields a little bit, and it also insulates, so all the gases that the plant needs to get going are, kind of condensed a little bit. Once they really start to take off, I came here earlier thinking that I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that the recording was working. If you're watching this time it is, and the other times it wasn't. So, I was thinking, I didn't have anything. I thought I was going to be throwing these out and planting some lemon cucumber plants to show you in the coming weeks. But as it turned out, I'm kind of happy with, once I peel back the top part, how much these things have grown in that time. So I'll go ahead, and this is Italian parsley. And it's already starting to show some shoots. So where there's shoots, there's roots. And so we just put that there. And this one is Genevieve's basil. And we've got a little bit there. That one I fully expect to take off in the next couple of days because basil, it is my experience, I don't know what it is, but it just grows like, I mean, I don't know if, I don't know what it is, but the thing is, for whatever reason, basil will take off pretty easily. When I had the first hydro and I put some basil on it, I had like big stalks of it within a couple of weeks. I mean, and I actually wanted to create like a wall of basil. I had a scaffolding up and I took these basil plants. I was hoping to make a big wall of basil. I just thought that would be a cool thing to have. And didn't happen because one by one they died off. Heat, too much. unusual problem of at some points too much heat and at others too much water. I mean, I live in Central Florida, so there you go. But you know, I thought that they each one died off for whatever reason, and then I see one day I'm out there watering the rest of the plants, thinking that the basil, there was no aftermath from the attempts at growing a massive wall of basil. I see a little basil plant coming up. I was like, oh, cool. And, you know, I was thinking, what will the neighbors think? And then next thing you know, I'm thinking not so much because it got hot and the entire backyard smelled like a lovely Italian buffet. So therefore, I'm just tickled pink that that one is growing. This one is savory. Again, I'm seeing some shoots. This right here is just the label. And this one is savory. Again, you see a little bit of shoots. I'm sure you can. Let me see. Let me just try this. Can you see that? Maybe the lighting isn't great. I will get better. I will get better technology because this is something. And this is oregano. Again, little shoots. Nothing much. They all look the same now. That will change once we actually see the leaves and what have you. And this is mint. So I don't see much there, but I fully expect that to change. All of these come from small seeds. And so as a result, you're not seeing much yet. If you're growing something with a larger seed, when we get to next time, I'm just going to plant some cucumber seeds just to show you guys how to do it. And you'll probably notice a difference immediately because cucumber seeds are larger and therefore they're easier to grow that way. So anyway, let's head out. I wanted to show you what's going on with the sunflowers and the marigolds. And anyway, and why, yes, I do have an Atari 2600. I found this on Facebook Marketplace, and I did manage to get it working. Like most Gen Xers, we played Atari. You know, the old joke was the computer system jingle in the commercial. Have you played Atari today? So I played my Atari today. We'd say that to each other in junior high. Yeah, don't judge. But anyway, this is, for those of you who are younger, this was like the game. This was one of two game consoles that existed in the early 1980s, and we liked it because we could play the arcade games that we all liked. And so they had, and then so here you have some of the big ones. Yes, I have something of a collection. We have here Centipede, Gorf, which was actually, I loved it. It was like a zazzed up Space Invaders, but I enjoyed it. I wish, you know, you can occasionally, if you have a really, really good vintage arcade, you can find Gorf, but they're fewer and far between. And then you have Pac-Man, but it's not like for the younger people, it's not like the Pac-Man you remember, or that you see these days. It was this game, the one, if you see a vintage game, this is very different. This is River Raid, Space Invaders. The thing is, there's some games you can still play because you can find those vintage machines like the Space Invaders. You can go to any of those big, you know, mega arcades and find it. And Centipede, you can usually find in these places. Then you have over here, I got Kool-Aid Man. Don't judge me. I had younger cousins and they would play it. So I would play the game, and it was kind of, it's no weirder than playing Candy Crush. Let's just say that. Empire Strikes Back. Again, cousins like that game. Q*bert, the one game I truly miss from the 80s, so I have a game. And how did I get it to work, you're going to ask, because we all know the technology is different on televisions now than it was then. There's actually an adapter. You can find it on Amazon, and also, I mean, I found that by Googling it. It told me what to get, so I would recommend if you have a system like that. I don't know how to do it yet with a Roku. I'm trying to find that technology, so if any of you have, any suggestions, I'd certainly welcome them. So let's go out here, and I'll keep the camera in my face so you don't see how messy the house is. No, actually, it's not. It's just, I'm live streaming, honey. But John says hello. And let's see. It's live streaming. But anyway, we're out here on the back porch. I wanted to show you guys I'll give you a Growlight update. This are my sunflowers. Remember, I planted these Sunday morning, and now they are coming up. They're not as high as I would like them to be yet, but no. You guys are doing great. I'm not criticizing, not judging. It's probably my fault for watering too much. But they say talk to your plants, so there you go. But not as much as I normally expect to see, but that's fine because I grew a bunch of them and I had, plants in every single one, and most of them are gone now. So this is a good start here. The marigolds, and so I got some, but not a lot. These are smaller seeds. These are larger seeds. These are a smaller seed after 3 weeks, going on 4 weeks, and this is things I planted Sunday with larger seeds. So at any rate, here's some other plants. It's the only way I could think of to get those mint plants to have some support is just to tape them to the wall. Don't judge me. Anyway, they are still growing, as you can see. But I hope you're all having a good Saturday, and I hope to do at least one bonus video. We'll explain more, or you'll see them here. And I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. Live it up, because Sunday night over here before you know it. Anyway, talk to you soon. Peace.